They've brought a couple of net bowlers with them as well to use the conditions here, the spin-friendly conditions in Sri Lanka, to be able to give this side the practice that they would need. It's going to be Kuldeep Yadav, though, back with the ball. Excellent economy rate. He's just not been able to get the breakthroughs, but now the conditions have started to change a little bit. There is a bit of turn on offer, and with that turn, a bit of bounce as well to go with it. Calm captain KL Rahul. He's been quite aggressive with his field settings, especially for the spinners. Continuing to do that here as well for Kuldeep Yadav. Squeezed. And should just be the 1 run.
Interesting field position for Kuldeep Yadav in the first ball. The slimmy-down fielder has gone a little deeper towards the leg gully area. Now that's to stop the batter playing the paddle sweep, in my opinion. With the ball turning back into the right-hander. He's playing with the batsman's mind. This is good captaincy. He's making sure always the batter thinks something new.
Yeah, and also then forces you to go down the ground more often than looking down to get forward and get a bit of a sweep in or get a little bit of a paddle in behind.
Always an interesting character, isn't he, Mohammad Siraj? Loves a chat, I love his character. You know, he works hard for his side, bowls plenty of overs, longer spells. And as a human being, he's one of the nicest to catch up, nicest to have a chat to. And he's always ready for a chat. It's good to see always interacting with the fans. I don't think many opportunities will be given to spectators to have a chat to Mohammad Siraj during a game, and he'll not shy away from having a chat. What a guy.
That's exactly what you want to see from your players, isn't it? Because yeah, they're athletes, but they're also role models for millions of people around the world. And when you get athletes connecting with those fans, especially if there's a young'un in the stands, it makes a big difference. Won't beat the fielder this time.
Also, he's part of the police in Telangana, Hyderabad, Mohammad Siraj.
But how much policing is he actually doing? He's policing that boundary at the moment. That's what he's doing.
Our producer goes in, he's a DSP, and that's a good shot. Very nicely done by An Wickramasinghe. A very good player against spin bowling. I thought he picked up the conventional wrist spinner early. Smashed it over mid-wicket for a 4.
Trying to keep on top of Kuldeep Yadav at the moment. And that is overpitched. Done really well to get right under it. Easy pickings for 4 there. Just need to pull that length a little bit further back. Overpitched again, and this is well fielded. End of the over, 234 for 3. Well to play that where you did, considering it was so full.
Hi, can we connect on Sunday when once the warm-up game is done? I'm commentating on Sunday as well, the warm-up game, and then connect after the game and confirm a time for the Monday or Tuesday.
Right? Sonal what?
Sonal Dinusha will come into bat next. He'll probably bat at number 7 in the test side. Bit of left arm spin. Very good player yet again. A good find for Sri Lanka ever since he made his debut last year against Bangladesh in the test side. Just like Pawan Ratnayaka, went to the same school, same club, good friends on and off the field. So he's certainly a prospect for Sri Lanka in the future. Yet to make his mark in the white ball setup, but that too is not that far away.
It's going to go. It's going to go all the way. He's picked this up really well. Short delivery from Gurnor, and he gets under it.
I think Pawan Ratnayaka knew that it's going to be short since Brar was going round the wicket targeting the bouncer. No intention to keep along the ground. Into the side nets it goes. Good bouncer by Brar. Surprised the batter with pace. But I think the short ball barrage will continue now. Since the first one was taken. And scores a 6. And this is where Brar will get fired up now.
It just needs to get that line a little bit straighter. That one just too far leg. Second 6 that for Ratnayake. In control this time. Protection in the deep, but he's done well. He's looked solid out in the middle. Good balance. Very patient as well. Hasn't been irrational with his shots.
Has his own technique, Pawan Ratnayaka. Goes deep into the crease and he knew what was coming. No intention to keep it on the ground. And his best friend applauds. Sonal Dinosha. And the next delivery, it was a bounce as well. But the difference was it came from top to bottom for a single. Not trying to hit it up in the air.
Yeah, pretty interesting as well how deep he gets mid-delivery. And that's not very easy to do as a batter, especially when you've got a bowler coming in at some pace.
Interesting technique, Pawan Ratnayaka. He's always had a very similar technique. Though he goes deep into the crease with his back foot, his weight remains in front. If he head position goes behind, that's where he gets into trouble. So short in stature, it's not a big transfer to make with the head position. It's all about the head position for me.
Yeah, that's key. Heaviest part of your body, you want to make sure that that stays as still as it can, and it does. It's quite incredible. Even though he's made that large shuffle back, just how well he's kept that head still.
The barrage continues. Walking towards the bowler on Wickramasinghe on that occasion, and I don't think Gurnur Brar did fancy it. Digged in short with pace. Yep, one of those bouncers. Zipping through the wicket keeper. This is good stuff for a warm-up game. Gurnur Brar bending his back.
Excellent that. Shaping it away from the right-hander this time, but he's got some good pace behind it.
Plays inside the line on Wickramasinghe. Interesting technique to play this way. Expecting the short delivery, walking towards the bowler, and all of a sudden he just lets it go. So what these two batters should understand is that this is going to be a quick burst by Gurnur Brar, probably 3 to 4 overs. This is second over. It's going to be either Prasidh Krishna or even Mohammad Siraj or a spinner replacing Brar in another couple of overs or so. Just get through this spell. He's looking aggressive, he's looking hungry, and he's bending his back, that's for sure. End of 58, 241 for 3. 5 minutes.
Good question. 6. One more to the marathon. 6.
I said the video.
Where's Roshan?
He's gone.
Oh, he left already.
He's done. I'm going after this 5 minutes.
But it's me.
Oh my god, 1 hour quick siesta.
Kuldeep Yadav back in. Going for pace at one end and spin at the other. Bit a decent session this. 103 runs coming off of it so far. 29 overs gotten in. And just the 2 wickets. Pretty healthy run rate as well.
About 5 minutes to go for the tea break, and you got to applaud the effort by the Indian side to get the overs in time. It should be 60 overs at exact at 240, And already 58.1. I think it just takes a couple of wickets. Oh, beg your pardon, couple of minutes for Kuldeep Yadav unless there's a wicket in this over. Shot. Open the offside by staying leg side-ish, but bottom of the bat. So you got to applaud. So it's most of the time in warm-up games we've seen in the past, don't get through the overs in time. But the Indian side, hats off for getting through the overs.
Thick outside edge. And that should run away. No, it will be cut off. That is a really well bowled delivery.
Now looking threatening here now, Kuldeep. Bit of turn. That was the wrong one by Kuldeep. Didn't pick it. Don't think Wickramasinghe picked it up at all. Trying to close the face of the bat a little too early. Leading edge and a couple of runs behind square in the offside.
A tricky length as well. Was in two minds of whether to go forward or not. Beats the outside edge this time. It's turning out to be a great over this from Kuldeep Yadav.
Back-to-back wrong ones from Kuldeep. Just the perfect length and perfect pace. This occasion I thought Wickramasinghe did pick it. Played down the line and never went fishing outside the yaw stump. Just played down the line. He's a quality bowler.
Gets a bit of a bigger stride in this time, Ahan. First two deliveries, very hesitant to get forward. Get onto that front foot. When there is a bit of turn like that, you just want to make sure you get as far forward as you can to cover that extra bit of spin. Should get a single here. And they're coming back for two. This is good running. Excellent running. It's going to round off the 59th. It's 246 for 3. .45-run partnership so far. Continuing to build to yet another half century between partners, and it has been really good. It's been key today for the Sri Lanka 11, the partnerships and pacing the innings.
Looks like the short ball ploy is going to continue in the last over before tea. Gurnur Brar staying around the wicket, and there is 5 fielders in the leg side and only 4 in the offside.
Does well here. Rishabh Pant behind the stumps. Ball continuing to go further away.
Deep fine leg, deep square leg and a deep third man. That's for the uppercut. And the wicket keeper was anticipating the ball or the bouncer to be aiming at the body. So hence he was right behind the stumps rather than in the offside. And all of a sudden the bouncer slightly outside the off stump and had put a goalkeeper style dive. Oh, good. Very good by Dhruv Jurel. As well as Brar bending his back. It's lovely to see, isn't it? The express fast bowler bending his back in a hot and a humid day and getting bounced just like this.
Yeah, apologies. Dhruv Jurel behind the stumps. Diving effort, manages to get a bit of glove on it. Toughest job on a cricket field, that of a wicketkeeper. pulled away and straight into the hands. That's going to bring on the fourth wicket. It is the pace of Gurnor, and the aggression has worked. The field was set for exactly this moment right here, and Ratnayake has played straight into the trap.
Well done, Gurnor Brar. He's been rewarded for some hard work done in the last few overs. And certainly Pawan Ratnayake falls into trap. And this will be a massive wicket, considering Pawan Ratnayake was batting well. Though it's a warm-up match, Gurnor Brar, this is his chance to shine and score and show what he can do. Pawan Ratnayake is gone for 39 of 47. He's 246 for 4 in 59.3. And also the umpires will call it for the tea time with just 3 deliveries to go. With the wicket falling most of the time, you'll see the breaks being taken. And well fought back by the Indian side, picking up 3 wickets in this session in 30.3 overs with 108 runs with a run rate of 3.54.
They'll be happy with this, the Indian 11 side, especially the fact that they were able to break a partnership that was forming right before tea. 45-run partnership of 62 deliveries. And in that final over before tea, it's been broken. That's been the story so far for the Sri Lanka 11 side. A good opening stand between the two at the top, 66 and 71 to Madhushka and Rashanta. And then a handy 35 from Surya Bandara. Ratnayake chipping in with 39. Wickramasinghe is still out there, 27 off 39. And Ratnayake will be feeling that he should have just been a little bit more patient to get over through to tea time. The bowling, on the other hand.
Yeah, 7 bowlers used. Saransh Jain, the bowler to bowl in this spell. Kuldeep Yadav bowled well. Manav Sutar 1 wicket. And Gurnor Brar, the hard yards he did in the last 3 overs, trying to bowl bouncers, trying to be nasty. He was about the wicket of Pawan Ratnayake. Ravindra Shanta and Pasindu Surya Bandara came after the lunch break. First ball went for a boundary. Few close calls. There was a leading edge just evading the field at Silimidov. Pasindu Surya Bandara played some lovely shots. Thick outside edge went for a boundary. Ravindra Shanta, on the other hand, he was very fluent. Missed a straight one, misread the length. Castle by Ravindra Jadeja. Pasindu Surya Bandara, the batter. And in walked Pawan Ratnayake. Played some lovely shots. Used his feet against the off spinner. Used the angle well to play that cut shot. Came down the track and tonked it over long off for a maximum.
And just when that partnership was starting to form as well. Continuing to attack the bowlers, but that moment right here, that was the second wicket of the session. Tough conditions this for the bowlers, though, despite putting in their back. Kuldeep in the attack as well, generating a little bit of turn off the surface. And being tonked for a few sixes until that moment right there. That was the last wicket to fall in this session. Ratnayake going for 39 off 47. It is the Sri Lanka 11 taking on the India 11, and day 1 we're going to be taking tea, and we'll be back right after it.
It's 16th August. I repeat, 16th August. The mega sporting day.
India's test battle rages on. Witness the biggest octagon fight. And the first trophy of the season is waiting. This is not just a Sunday. It's the Mega Sporting Day on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
Over and out.
अद्भुत गुरुदेव, ये एकलव्य है और ये आपसे मिलने आया है।
गुरुदेव, आपका शिष्य बनने की अभिलाषा है।
क्या गुरु द्रोण देंगे एकलव्य को अपने गुरुकुल में स्थान?
हस्तिनापुर के वीर सोमवार से शनिवार रात 9 बजे सोनी लिव और सोनी सब पर।
16th August, prime time. Watch the English champions face off. The Gunners. The Citizens. Fight for glory. Fight for the season's first trophy. The FA Community Shield. Arsenal versus Manchester City. 16th August, 7:30 p.m. Watch on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
अच्छा ये बता, हम चारों के साथ करेगा क्या तू शो में? अरे कक्कर पकड़।
इंडियन गेम शो विद भारती एंड हर्ष, जहां दोस्तों को फंसाएंगे और आपको हंसाएंगे।
24 अगस्त से सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 8 बजे सोनी लिव और सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन पर। 16th August, prime time. Watch the English champions face off. The Gunners. The Citizens. Fight for glory. Fight for the season's first trophy. The FA Community Shield. Arsenal versus Manchester City. 16th August, 7:30 p.m. Watch on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
Vertical integration, capital allocation framework, algorithmic demand forecasting.
नहीं, लीलवा कचोरी।
क्या बात है।
अगर कुछ शब्द सीख लेने से बन जाता बिजनेस, तो सबसे ऊपर होता तोता। यहाँ पे बातें नहीं, बिजनेस बनाना आना चाहिए।
इस बार एक आइडिया और बिजनेस का जज्बा, बस इतना ही चाहिए शार्क टैंक इंडिया की रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए।
Here we go. Floated up. Full, really nothing on this delivery. And this is going to be a boundary to start this session off. This is the way you want to get back into it.
Easily punched it through the cover region.
Does really well. The balance is impeccable. Beautiful. Just opening the face of the bat, and this is going to run away to the boundary. Top shot this. In the gap, threaded. One way or the other, he's going to take it as this runs away for 4 runs.
Well, I think nothing wrong with the delivery. I feel that the batter might have been a little lucky on that occasion.
Slow delivery. And that's going to run away for 4. Took the pace off, just missed his line. And that was easy to be able to put away to the boundary for 4.
Oh, there you go. Trying to cut across the line and pace the price. Ravindra Jadeja, he disturbs the timber. An important wicket.
This was a little too full, and the pace that Ravindra Jadeja bowls, there's a massive risk involved. Bowling wicket to wicket, that's the advantage. And Ravindra Jadeja, how many times we've seen those replays? Surya Bandara gone for 35. He's 171 for 2.
Pawan Ratnayaka, another young prospect. Look at the average. The number speaks for this young man.
A single and a wicket to win the 41st. Coming down the track and through extra cover boundary. That's a good shot. You just have to reach the eye level of the batter, and Pawan Ratnayaka has come down the track like a flash.
As we were just speaking about how he loved to use his feet. There you go. Getting to the pitch of the ball all along the ground.
So Saransh Jain, the off spinner into the attack, was wondering where he was, because another very good spinner, a lot of experience from Saransh in first class cricket.
Bowling for the first time in the game. Interesting off spinner's action.
Oh, very late, played it very late into that gap, and Pawan Ratnayaka gets his first boundary. 45 done, 187 for 2.
Good use of the feet. Goes all the way. And it's 6.
Yeah, bowling round the wicket doesn't help him. Right on top of it, and then safe houses, straight as you like. Oh, the bowler's head. 200 on board for SLC 11. The loss of just 2 wickets. Applause going in from the skipper there. Oh, down the track, high up in the air. Not in control. There's a fielder. Yes, easy catch. And perfect reward for Manav Sutar, bowling in very good lines and in very good areas.
Just see, he's unable to get to it. He's unable to get to it because the ball is dipping. This is really clever bowling. He's out for 71. Ravindra Rasantha, Sri Lanka Cricket 11, I beg your pardon, 201 for 3.
So Ahan Wickramasinghe walking in, the number 5 batter, another right-hander. 97 innings in his first-class career.
Just love watching Sutar bowl.
Oh, the paddle coming in from Ahan Wickramasinghe. It was a risky shot to get off mark, but he gets a boundary.
Bisected the gap perfectly there, Pawan Ratnayaka. There was 2 extra cover fielders in position, one catching position, the other slightly deeper, but it went in between perfectly.
Starts with a short one, and there's that venom that you're talking about. Starting with a bit of aggression.
Most bowlers do this, fast bowlers, first couple of deliveries in their spell, just to loosen them up. That was with good pace.
Flailing, and it's going to run away for 4 runs. Not in the best of control, but he'll get the runs nonetheless.
Good bouncer. Well directed, nowhere near to be controlled, and beat for pace, that's for sure.
Beaten for pace, not out of the middle, but he's done really well to watch it all the way through.
And that's a good shot. Very nicely done by Ahan Wickramasinghe. A very good player against spin bowling. I thought he picked up the conventional wrist spinner early. Smashed it over mid-wicket for a 4.
Trying to keep on top of Kuldeep Yadav at the moment, and that is overpitched. Done really well to get right under it. Just need to pull that length a little bit further back. Overpitched again, and this is well fielded. End of the over, 234 for 3. It's going to go. It's going to go all the way. He's picked this up really well. Short delivery from Gurnor, and he gets under it.
I think Pawan Ratnayaka knew that it's going to be short since Brar was going round the wicket targeting the bouncer. No intention to keep along the ground. Into the side nets it goes.
Second 6 that for Ratnayaka. In control this time. Protection in the deep, but he's done well. Thick outside edge. And that should run away. No, it will be cut off. That is a really well bowled delivery.
That was the wrong one by Kuldeep. Didn't pick it. Don't think Ahan Wickramasinghe picked it up at all. Trying to close the face of the bat a little too early. Leading edge and a couple of runs behind square in the offside.
Pulled away and straight into the hands. That's going to bring on the 4th wicket. It is the pace of Gurnor. And the aggression has worked. The field was set for exactly this moment right here. And Ratnaik is played straight into the trap.
Well done, Gurnur Brar. He's been rewarded for some hard work done in the last few overs. And certainly Pawan Ratnaik falls into trap. And this will be a massive wicket, considering Pawan Ratnaik was batting well. Though it's a warm-up match, Gurnur Brar, this is his chance to shine and score and show what he can do. Pawan Ratnaik is gone for 39 of 47. He's 246 for 4 in 59.3. And also the umpires will call it for the tea time with just 3 deliveries to go. With the wicket falling most of the time, you'll see the breaks being taken. And well fought back by the Indian side, picking up 3 wickets in this session in 30.3 overs with 108 runs with a run rate of 3.54.
It's 16th August. I repeat, 16th August. The mega sporting day.
India's test battle rages on. Witness the biggest octagon fight. And the first trophy of the season is waiting. This is not just a Sunday. It's the mega sporting day on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
Over and out.
अद्भुत गुरुदेव, ये एकलव्य है और ये आपसे मिलने आया है।
गुरुदेव, आपका शिष्य बनने की अभिलाषा है।
क्या गुरु द्रोण देंगे एकलव्य को अपने गुरुकुल में स्थान? हस्तिनापुर के वीर सोमवार से शनिवार रात 9 बजे सोनी लिव और सोनी सब पर।
16th August, prime time. Watch the English champions face off. The Gunners. The Citizens. Fight for glory. Fight for the season's first trophy. The FA Community Shield. Arsenal versus Manchester City. 16th August, 7:30 p.m. Watch on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network. इस इंडिपेंडेंस डे जब हम तिरंगा लहराएंगे,
बड़ा मोमेंट ये भारतीय टीम के लिए, सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं इस मोमेंट को।
टीम इंडिया श्रीलंका में लड़ेगी वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप की रेस में बने रहने के लिए।
कमाल का खिलाड़ी।
Welcome to the first warm-up, the only warm-up in fact here of the Insurance Deco Cup. It is day 1, session 3 time for the Sri Lanka 11 side taking on the India 11 side. Coming to you from the Nondescripts Cricket Club. And that's how it's panned out so far for the Sri Lanka 11 side with the bat. Plenty of partnerships, really good at the top. 66 and 71 for Madushka and Rashanta. And a handy 35 from Surya Bandaratnaika. He's going to feel like he's just thrown away his wicket right before tea on 39. And, well, the story of the day has been partnerships. It's been runs, but this has been Rashanta's innings so far.
Yeah, lovely knock. A lot of patience coming into this innings from Ravindra Rashanta. And I reckon this was the opportunity grabbed by the youngster. So, bowling cards so far. Ravindra Jadeja, Gurnur Brar and Manav Sutar picking up a wicket apiece. But out of the lot, I prefer Manav Sutar. He has been outstanding.
Absolutely. But the story for the day would still be wickets has been a bit of a struggle for India. Unfortunately, the conditions, of course, have a lot to do with that. They've lost the 4 wickets now thanks to that 1 run out. Just the 3 wickets picked up by the bowlers. Jadeja picking up 1, Barar picking 1 up, and Suthar picking up the 3rd wicket. Shortened game this, 3 days in this warm-up. It's the skipper who's going to walk out as well. And that's thanks to the wicket right before tea that went down. The wicket of Ratnaika, who was 39 of 47, batting very well as well. Sunal Dhanusha, though, is going to come out to the middle, watching, getting a bit of his own knock-in on the sides as well. He'll be a happy man from a captain's perspective, but now he's got to try and focus and get in the zone himself in the middle. Decent number of runs, 3,698 runs, and a very healthy average as well.
So the skipper walks in, the first left-hander in the side. Some relief for Saransh Jain if he's bowling out there, because the off-spinner, he went for plenty of runs and struggled alongside the right-handers. So Gurnur Brar, he's hitting the deck hard, got that wicket, the last wicket just prior to the tee break, and off the wicket of Pavan Ratnayake. And he has 3 balls remaining in this over, isn't it, Monali?
Been outstanding. And this was the last one that he picked up. Looking to go leg side, Pavan Ratnayake, but he played right into the trap. There was a fielder in the deep for exactly that moment, and that's why those short deliveries were coming into it. Set up the wicket and fell right into it as well, Pavan Ratnayake.
Yeah, there were 3 fielders for that short delivery, but it should be more game awareness coming in just before the tea break. Pavan Ratnayake going for a big shot, and yeah, deep fine leg and a deep square leg now. He's going with that option, maybe the short ball option, because he gets that bounce. He's a fairly tall, fast bowler.
Starts well. It's going to be a dot to kick things off in this third session. Final session of the day as well. And as I was saying, it's a 3-day game, not a 4-day, which means India will want to make sure that they try and wrap this up pretty quickly with the ball. They want to get their batters out there. They want to get their batters out of the middle. Feeling ball on bat. Bat on ball. I can't, there's so much static in this. Kalpa. So much static, you can barely hear the director. Awful.
I like Gurnur Brar. He runs in nice rhythmic action, hit the deck hard, and then getting that ball to bounce. Bright prospect, definitely.
It's exactly what you want from your pace bowler, isn't it? You want your pace bowler to be able to come in and bowl fast. You want them to be able to come and hit the deck hard. Kookaburra.
Yeah, especially with the older ball as well.
Yeah, Kookaburra been out there for a few overs, getting a bit soft as well. That's going to round off the 60th. It is 2:46 for 4. With the Kookaburra. But these guys would have been playing with the Kookaburra. India. With an SG. So this test match I'm using the Kookaburra. That is true. This is really complicated, by the way. You can't deal with the static anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of static.
This one also has a lot of noise.
There's a lot of static.
So Kuldeep Yadav will start the proceedings just after tea from the Combox end here.
No wickets. 35 runs so far in his 7 wickets. Or 7 overs, correction. It tells a story because they've not been able to keep the Sri Lanka 11 as quiet as they would have liked. Shots like that, they will help. They will help, and that's a bit of a London bridge to allow for the ball to get through for 4. Just guided for 4 runs.
250 up for SLC 11 with that boundary. Well, Ahan Wickramasinghe, he started his proceedings of run scoring in this game with the similar shot. He loves to take those risks, but that was pitched a little outside the off stump. Even if it was struck off the pad, it will be outside the line. But there you see Ahan Wickramasinghe, any vacant area, he will get 2 runs on board.
Bit of turn. Getting a good amount of bounce as well, Kuldeep Yadav off the surface. Pulled a few wrong-ins right before tea. And he mixes them up quite well, Kuldeep Yadav. From a batter's perspective, you've got to watch him very closely. Again, the line just too straight. This time straight to the fielder, though.
He has a short fine and a leg slip. You should be very, very careful with that sweep shot, especially again. So where you see a batter once again going and knocking it out. That's what I'm talking about, the top edge.
Gone. Looking to go for the same type of shot he did early in the over. Instead, this has been top-edged and an easy catch in the end. That's going to be yet another wicket, and it's going to be that man on screen, Kuldeep Yadav, who gets the breakthrough. Didn't need a wicket at this time because it's a set batter as well. That's going to have to walk back.
Yeah, the top edge, as soon as I was talking about it, and there you see Kuldeep Yadav grabs his first wicket. The top edge, Ahan Wickramasinghe deep pass for 31. SLC 11, 250 for 5.
What I will do is I will take that IFT output and put it inside, so then you will get a better direct response.
I don't know for back, can't hear anything. Are we back? Can't hear him. Cannot hear him. Are we back? We're back? Breakthrough at a good time. Anjala Bandara walks out. Again, a very healthy average, 65. A best of 200 as well. And a man who knows what it takes to score a few runs. The India 11 are going to think this was exactly what they wanted. Picked up an important wicket right before tea, and then right after picked up the set batter. And now you've got two new batters out in the middle, and this could spell a bit of trouble, especially because the likes of Kuldeep are starting to get turned off the surface. Gurnur at the other end, good pace and bounce off of him as well. That's the wrong end. That's the wrong end. The question's being asked, and the umpire says not out.
I think really it's coming off the bat or maybe the glove. Surprise delivery, really did surprise Anjala Bandara with that wrong one. First ball, yes, right off the middle, maybe the upper part of the bat.
Well, that is not how you want to play, Kuldeep Yadav. That's the conventional. And there's that sharp turn and bounce as well off that delivery. That's going to be the end of the over, 250 for 5.
Dubai.
Am I on? Are we on? Back in the action, Gurnur. And lucky. That one's kept a little bit low as well. Does well to just manage that edge to go into the ground. Maybe just in two minds here. Sonal not looking too comfortable out there.
And they kept quite low, especially with the tall bowler running in and banging on the surface, hitting the deck hard, keeping that ball very low.
Just going to keep the batters in two minds after that. Be a bit more watchful in case there is another one that stays a little low. So far, it's been fairly true in terms of bounce. A slip in place as well for Gurnur. Short delivery, evasive action. Not in the control that he would like, but he is going to get off the mark with that.
A good short delivery from Gurnur Brar. It really did hurry the batter.
These were the two deliveries. Oh, that was the last one, in fact. Very evasive, not watchful, not picking it up early, and just wanted to try and get out of the way. Sorry, I thought you were showing me the two deliveries from the over before. That is... I thought he just said there's no lazy.
No.
I pressed that.
Yeah, okay. Now lazy is not activated there, so you keep only on main only.
You know what? That's fine. We're just not going to talk to the director.
There is no lazy. Yeah. No lazy. Lazy थोड़ा के बाद करेंगे. Okay.
Into the offside, pushed. Gentle hands this time. And this is a tricky phase. We've got to rebuild here.
Yeah, I was just about to pop that out. Picking up a wicket just before tea and now after tea. The two set batters back in the heart there. This was the wicket. He should have been very careful with that fielder going for that shot. That was good captaincy, having that fielder right there. KL Rahul and that short leg fielder, the leg slip fielder rather. So he had to go for it. Top edge, paid the price. That is experience. Very good bowling.
Can't hear him. Can't talk to him. One delivery to come. Been tidy so far from Gurnur. You just sense that these dot balls and the fact that both of these two batters have looked very uncomfortable with both the spinner and the pacer, you sense something's got to give. Angling into the left-hander, and this time comfortably pushed for single. .62 gone, 252 for 5. So first they said there was a lazy, right? Did they not? Did they tell us there was a lazy?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, and then now they're saying no.
It
you're
is not active.
There is lazy, but it is not wired there because earlier two cables were going directly on the fader. So now they have to do the correction.
So that went on air, what I just said. Okay, lovely. Why is he not on the field anymore?
They are not coming soon. Only 90 overs, no? They won't come back.
What's that? Oh, that. A relaxed Rishabh Pant. Got the fan going behind him as well. And all smiles, the Indian side. There's a bit of a breeze as well that makes it quite comfortable when you're actually standing outside. Tossed up delivery. Better played this time. A foot more in line of that ball. Gets nice and forward as well.
With the follow wickets, see, it gives a lot of confidence. A breather. Sun is hidden at the moment.
He should be comfortable, Gautam Giri. He just had a really good massage there before tea. Turn and bounce again from Kuldeep Yadav.
Angela Bandara has been scoring runs heavily, especially against that emerging tour against West Indies Academy. He got 3 centuries in 3 innings. I think he got out only once in those 3 innings.
Swept. And it is going to make it to the boundary as well. Swept well in the gap this time and in total control on this one.
Yeah, he will sweep you, definitely. That's one of his trademark shots, scoring shots, especially against the spinners. Yeah, look at that. Watch the ball nicely as he played it towards the deep mid-wicket area. Lovely.
Yeah, the fact that he got so far forward as well to be able to negate any of the additional spin that we've seen. Good control that. That's going to help his confidence as well. And watchful this time.
Yeah, this is another opportunity for the youngster. Some concerns with the wicket keepers coming into the national squad. He has performed to come out here, and this opportunity he needs to grab it. Angela Bandara. So dot ball, 63 done to 5-6 for 5.
Not much happening out there. What's that? I didn't say that on there, no.
Yeah, good banter. Rishabh Pant, the skipper Shubman Gill. I don't think they will come out to the field once again. They will come when they are about to bat, definitely tomorrow. Oh, the short ball. He gets a lot of bounce. Bending his back, hitting the deck hard. Gurunur Brar, I think he creates a lot of bounce, especially on a dead track like this. See, that's where the short ball should be, especially when a new batter walks in. A lot of energy.
Just unlike this time, but that's exactly it. You said it. 2 new batters out there. You want to make sure that they are under pressure. Let's keep them under pressure. Let's keep them on that back foot. Conditions just changing a little bit. Overcast conditions now. The clouds have rolled in. Not as hot, but that breeze definitely makes a big difference when you're out there in the field.
Yeah, definitely a lot of comfort coming in for the players. Bowling friendly conditions, I would say, Monali. Oh, that's a no ball. Pushing too much, maybe, Brar.
The first one. Haven't seen a no ball thus far. And that's the effort that he's putting into it, isn't it, though, Gurnor? Bending his back, making sure that he gets that extra bit of effort, and sometimes that does tend to lead to this for pace bowlers.
Yeah, that's the no ball. Yes. Oh, that's quite far, isn't it? Mm.
Yeah, it's a biggie. Overstretched. It's a tough job, that too, pace bowling. Did you bowl pace? Did you? Oh, you were a spinner. Offie. Right arm off spin. Me too, but part-time. I'm more of a batter.
Yeah, I've been playing here around this Colombo arenas, yes, especially on this ground. Played 1 year with Maha as well. That was maybe in 2007, 2008.
How did you survive playing with that man? He's a handful, isn't he? Oh, slight misfield this. Needed to do better. Just leaked a couple of runs here.
A couple of runs. Slight misfield. Would have been just a single though, but he was a captain back in the day. We'll take a look at this. Nicely nudged away off his hips, and then slight misfield. Allows the batter to cross over for an extra run.
Good length this, continuing to bowl that length, continuing to push them onto the back foot. And because that line is what it is, it's also very difficult to be able to go square of the wicket.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. See, with a 60-odd overs bowled with this red cherry, the Kookaburra, and then he's bending his back, generating a lot of pace and bounce. See where the batter's standing. Very deep in the crease. This is very good stuff from Gurnoor Brar. He got the reward of the short ball just prior to the tea break. Now he's creating a lot of pressure, more pressure.
Not where he intended it. Not where he wanted to watch that ball either. Oh, he's just looked a little out of sorts, the captain, Sonal.
Yeah, came over the wicket this time. And it shows Sonal Dinusha is not comfortable with the short ball. And knowing correctly, Gurnoor Brar keeping on that short ball against him. See, he was not in control at all. Sonal Dinusha. With a bounce, with his height, he is creating a lot of pressure and trouble. Sun is out once again, Monali.
Back to the hot box. Well, in a little more control this time. Making sure he gets the glove off as well. Yeah, because that's going to sting. 64 gone, 2:59 for 5. You got cocked. You cocked that one. Sorry, I am very distracted right now.
The bowling card so far from the Indian bowling lineup. A wicket apiece for Jadeja, Gurnoor Brar, Kuldeep Yadav and Manav Sutar. Manav Sutar has been outstanding with the economy. He bowled very good lines and lengths. Sri Lanka SLC 11 rather, were 201 for 2 at one stage, but the bowlers keeping on very good pressure against the batters and managed to get the last 3 wickets in regular intervals. 259 for 5 after the 64th over.
Bit of magic spray and on we go with our business. It's incredible how resilient we've become as people, as athletes, especially because of modern day science. And well, magic spray will work for a little while and they can deal with it when he's done at the end of play and get some ice on those fingers.
Yeah, definitely there'll be some ice coming in throughout the night for Sonal Dinush on that finger. Yeah, this is what happened. Yeah, there you see the bounce that created by the tall seamer Gurnur Brar hitting the finger there. Some tape coming in as well, more covering.
It is going to be Mohammad Siraj coming back into the attack. Started fairly well in his first spell, going at 2.8 runs and over. Slightly more expensive in his second spell, going at 4 runs and over. What he doesn't have, though, is a number in that wickets column yet. Still waiting to pick up his first wicket. That is good. The angle is great to the left-hander.
Well, Siraj will love to bowl, especially with these two new batters out there in the middle. That short ball option is been coming in, especially from the seamers. From both ends, they have the deep mid wicket. Hitting the deck hard. There's some movement coming off. Maybe some reverse swing. That's what he will try. Especially, that's why the seamer, his partner from the other end, is had mid off, giving him ball with a shiny face on it.
This time going straight on. It's an art, isn't it, to be able to work on the ball, and since COVID, not being able to put spit saliva on it, that takes away from a little bit for the bowlers. Rely on sweat.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a fast bowler bowling at this time of the day, after 60 odd overs, you need to have a bit of shine as well. So they are working really hard to get that ball shine and get maybe to get some reverse swing out of it, and that occasional, the surprise shot delivery. A single to Angela Bandara there.
We are into this final session of the day as well, which is typically when you tend to see a bit of that reverse swing happening. They will be keeping an eye out for that. Not just the batters, but definitely the Indian bowlers. Potential signs to come for them in this 2-match series after this warm-up, especially in the bowling front.
A lot of patience, temperament will be tested from the seamers for sure. Yeah, there you see sweat.
Can't get saliva anymore. We've got to sweat it out. Thank God it is as hot as it is in Colombo here, because then that allows for that generation of sweat.
Yeah, it's very humid. Definitely. Here in Colombo, you saw that humidity level picking up. Keeping on shining the ball.
There is a bit of shape there. Just taking it away. Late movement as well from the left-hander.
I think bowling round the wicket, what he's trying to do with the angle, bowl stump to stump. And then if he could be able to generate a bit of swing, there are two fielders behind the stumps, the slip fielders. So this is what Siraj is trying to do. Yeah, you're hitting the deck hard in the good length area. Maybe if he could be able to bowl a little more fuller with the slip in place and a wide-ish third slip rather.
Taking their time through the overs, aren't they? Through the delivery. The spinners are thinking, let's get through this quickly. Pacers are saying, hang on now. Just want to make sure the ball is shined right. The spinners are thinking, I don't want the batters to get settled. I'm going to get through this over quickly.
And the Siraj is not running in with his run-up unless the ball is being shined. There you see, once again. Really, really working hard on the ball to get that shine. But because what you do is, Monali, when the moment you apply sweat on it, it gets a little heavy and the shine doesn't come out. unless your clothing just some dries it up.
That's a pretty loud no right there. And that's going to round off the 65th. It's 261 for 5. Is that us? We're done? Yeah.
Unless you want to go on.
No, you're more than welcome to have the spot. We need to do some prep for the next game. I'm so sorry. I'm going to move out of your way.
There's no certain earpiece.
Nothing's a mess. Good luck. Can't hear anything.
You can hear. You all eat or you do?
261 for 5 after 65 overs. These two batters, they spend some time out there in the middle. Two young players who have just showing their talents and skills in the recent past in the international arena, especially Anjula Bandara in the recent domestic season, scoring back-to-back centuries. He's in great form, I need to tell you that. Sunal Dinusha, he toured to West Indies alongside with the national team. Showed some great temperament. A young, talented player.
Beautifully done. Good all-round cricket. Not a bad ball, but well put away, but good fielding. Now this is something around that you need to, where India is concerned. Now take a look at that again. It's not all that short, but Sunal Junior was way back on his crease. Good bit of fielding. Is Kuldeep Yadav's form? That's what India will be really keen, because we're going in for a test match in Galle. You need to have two quality spinners playing in Galle.
Yeah, talking about spinners and the quality of these spinners, Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav, you really can't take anything out of them. Two experienced campaigners. So even for the Sri Lankan batters, it's going to be a big test, especially facing these two spinners on the Galle surface.
Yeah, but if you really look at it, both Kuldeep and Yadav, they got a wicket apiece, but they're not really been able to really bring in the pressure, bring in the doubts in the batter whether they want to go forward or go back. How you read Kuldeep? Kuldeep is not easy to read because he's one of those left-arm wrist spinners who bowls a googly. He bowls it from the front of the hand, the googly. So that's the tough one to pick.
Well, also, I hardly believe that the surface is offering a lot for the spinners. So they are trying it really hard. They're putting in their efforts. There is a little bit of turn on offer for Kuldeep Yadav. I just believe he hasn't got his line right.
You see, when you become a wrist spinner, you intend to get that turn because you are giving that ball a lot of work on it. Let's take a look at that again. You see there, he's getting that turn, but the surface, the slowness of the surface enables the batter to get on the back foot and have a good look on which way it's spinning. And you can see that Anjula Bandara and Sunal Dhunisha is trying to pick him off the surface rather than off his hand.
Yeah, that's one way that these batters used to try and negotiate these quality spinners. But keeping that aside, these two batters, they'll take a lot of time at their initial stage of their innings. They tend to spend a lot of time. That's a good one, a quicker one. 66 overs done. 262 for 5.
They're playing him off the pitch. That's why. They're batting back on their crease. Huh? Well, I don't have a earpiece.
I don't have. Something wrong with something. You're taking it back.
262 for 5. Some fans walking in to witness this 3-day warm-up game between Sri Lanka XI and India. Well, any part of the country, Kosala, you'll see plenty of fans, no matter whether it's an international game, a warm-up game, even street cricket.
Siraj continues to go round the wicket to the two left-handers with the ball being now over 65 overs all. So as Rajiv and Monali mentioned, he's looking for that reverse swing. There you go again. He's trying to bring it in. He's trying to get that odd ball to try and drift away from the left hand. That's why he's still persisting with a lone slip, using all his experience. But the surface is not really offering much for Siraj or the Indian bowlers. But they've done a very good comeback. 201 for 1 at one stage and 262 for 5 Sri Lanka at the moment.
Well, Siraj has tried really hard today. I feel for him though. He hasn't managed to grab a wicket. He has bent his back a lot, tried to go hard at the batters, but unfortunately things haven't gone his way. There you go. Albie Mokal having a quick chat with Ravindra Jadeja there. Probably having a chat about the service maybe. Second session was a very productive one for the Indian team. They managed to grab 3 important wickets, giving away just 108 runs.
You see, it just shows the quality of a quality team, isn't it? How you make a comeback. Sri Lanka going at almost 5 runs and over from session 1 to almost half of session 2 when earlier it was Nishan Madhuska and Ravindra Shanta, but then they were joined by, Ravindra was joined by the number 3 batter, Pasindu. But after that, the Indians made a very good comeback to pick up 3 wickets for a minimum runs. But now it's a rebuilding process where the two Sri Lankan batters are concerned. Both of them, they've been among runs. Sonal Dinesh has played a couple of test matches. Anjula Bandara is trying to make a claim into the Sri Lankan national side.
Yes, the Sri Lankans have put up a decent total so far, 263 runs on the board. But the worrying factor would be for the batters is all of them, all the 5 batters who were dismissed, they've got to start. They've got to start and they threw it away.
Yeah, if you look at it, everybody getting above the 30 mark. But most importantly here, you know, see, there you go, that's what we were talking about. 66 at the top and 71 at the top of the 2 openers. And then 3 batters getting into the 30s and throwing it away. Well, they'll be disappointed because this is a very good opportunity, a good eye-opener for them. Because there are places in the Sri Lankan national side where needs to be filled. That test side, there are a few spots. So I wonder whether they've done justice to that.
Siraj will continue to hit that sweet spot in line with the stumps. Unfortunately, nothing off the surface for him. It has been a tough day for the Indian bowlers, a hot and humid day, but still, they made sure to continue with the great piece of momentum.
There you go, that's what we were talking about. Dead straight, in line with the stumps. Yeah. Anjul Bandara, a lot eyes will be on him because he's been among the runs. He's got runs in the emerging matches against the West Indies Academy, against whatever team he's played. He'll be a key factor where Sri Lanka is concerned.
Well, quick single. Chance of run out. Misses the stumps. Lucky escape for the batter. 67 overs done, 264 for 5.
It's interesting to see, take a look at that replay. How close was that? Let's take a look at that again. Slight stop and start for Anjula Bandara, but I feel that he would have made his ground when the throw came in, but he made sure that he got that dive in time. Some of the desperation to get across that line, isn't it? Kuldeep Yadav will continue for the Indian team. 264 for 5. If you just joined this coverage from whichever part of the world you are in, this is the warm-up game between and the Indian 11. And this is how the Sri Lankan batters fell apart. The first was a total misunderstanding, both batters ending up at the same end, and Nishan Madhushka had to walk back. And then Surya Bandara really misread the line of Jadeja. And I thought Ravindra Shanta just threw it away by trying to go aerial.
Well, that was that short delivery. Pawan Ratnayake, he's very good on his back foot, but the trap was set, and unfortunately, he fell for it. And Ahan Wickramasinghe, I thought, that was a very disappointing way to be dismissed. He had already got off to a very good start, 31 of 43 deliveries, and unfortunately not picking it off the arm of Kuldeep Yadav. That's how the wickets went down. 110-run partnership for the opening wicket. And a 61-run partnership for the second wicket as well. And then, few wickets going down in a rush. And now these two batters, they are being given the responsibility of rebuilding this innings.
Yeah, they need to rebuild their innings. Also, at the same time, it's about getting time out there in the centre, because you got two good test matches coming in. How can you prepare yourself? How can you make a claim to the selector, especially a batter like Anjul Bandara? How can you make a claim to get into that national side? Because we all know that there is an opening for a wicket-keeper batter in the side. So can he make that way? And Sonal Dhunesha has been in that side, so he needs to make sure that he cements his place in the national side.
Just getting it wrong there. One slip and a catching forward short leg fielder. The forward short leg fielder just waiting for that wrong one in case the batter gets it wrong. Couple of steps down the ground. Usually in these subcontinental conditions, you see that the batters tend to bring out the broom, maybe to sweep or just dance down the track, meet the ball on their way. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Probably missing the leg stump.
I thought it turned a little too much. Maybe that angle, the line, might have taken it down the leg side. But I have a feeling, if you really look at that, there you go. Sonal Dhunesha was playing for the spin. He was playing for the turn. He was looking for the leg break, but it was the wrong one.
Brings in the sweep. Right in front of square. What a shot by Sonal Dhunesha. The previous one, he hardly picked it off the hands of Kuldeep Yadav, but this time, he decides to go in front of square and picks up an important boundary.
Well, that's a fantastic reply, isn't it? As you quite correctly said, he picked it up very well this time. Again, it is a leg break, but he really picked it up very well. That front foot coming in and always trying to hit it into the gap and hit it hard.
A boundary coming after quite some time. That was a beautiful delivery once again, playing for the Leg break, but straightening up by Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah, that is the intended wrong one. He's mixing things up here.
Oh, once again, loud appeal. Interesting. Kuldeep Yadav, he was pleading. Disappointing. There you go. Eventful over comes to an end. 68 overs done, 269 for 5.
That's close. Close, ne? It was a leg break, right? It was a leg break. Yeah, that looked close. It was a leg break. That looked very close. What do you think whether it is pitching on leg? Pitching on leg? Yeah, he's turning this way, no? No, Prasid Krishna, I don't know who this is.
Well, that's the session summary so far. The first session, Sri Lanka managing to score 138 runs, just the 1 wicket. But in the second session, India coming back strong, grabbing 3 wickets. And if you take a closer look at the run rate, we discussed this during our previous sessions as well. The run rate has slowly dipped down a little bit. At the beginning of the innings, the Sri Lankans were really going hard at the Indian opening bowlers. So Raj will continue. Angela Bandara, he looks quite comfortable out there, playing through the line.
Well, the skipper KL has gone to his experience bowling duo, Kuldeep and Suraj, having spin-pace combination on either side. The new ball will be due in about another 10 to 11 overs, 11.5 to be precise.
Just hitting that back of the length. Beautifully placed by Angela Bandara. Looking for a second run though. Turned down by the skipper.
Also, the fact this might most probably be Siraj's last over in this spell, because Rahul will want to have him for that comeback for the new ball. So maybe this might be the last over that he might bowl in this spell. It's interesting to see what he's been quite decently economical. He's into his 12th. He's gone for 35, just under 3 runs and over. Yeah. There you go. That's how his spells have gone about. Maybe this is his third over. Maybe he might have one more over in this spell. If you can see, he's gone with spells of 5, 4, and this is his third, so might go in for one more over.
Goes full this time. Well, Prasid Krishna, we did see him resting in the dugout as well. He's taken off his suit, just relaxing out there a little bit. As you did mention, Kosal, probably Suraj might have one more over after this one. And maybe we might see Jadeja or maybe Sutara as well back in action. A 20-run partnership between these two batters of 48 deliveries. Short delivery, but well controlled. Couple of fielders behind square, one at deep square leg and at deep fine leg as well. Sonal Dinusha, a smart campaigner, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little bit of a pocket rocket, isn't it? Not the tallest of lads, but with short in stature. There you go. That pull shot coming into play. But well in control. And also the time that he had to, because there you go, he bats very deep in his crease. So those are little things that he will use to try and negotiate Siraj. Small partnership building here where Sri Lanka is concerned.
Siraj continues to go short. Well, he's a tough campaigner. He will keep fighting. He will continue to fight. Yes, he hasn't got a wicket yet, but he has run those hard yards. He has hit the deck hard, looking for something out of this pace. Angela Bandara, he's off to a very slow start. Usually this is how he bats on. He gets off to a very slow start, but when he's in, then he will put his foot on the accelerator and he will continue to play his shots. This is going to be very interesting to see how he continues on his merry way. Slower delivery. 69 overs done, 271 for 5.
They are so focused. Jurel, ne? Jurel.
Kuldeep Yadav, he will continue. 1 for 49 so far. Trying hard on the surface. With one slip he continues. And the forward short leg as well. Sonal Dinusha decides to come couple of steps down the ground just to put Kuldeep Yadav off his line and length, I believe.
Good use of the feet. Something you don't see much in modern day cricket, especially the red ball game. You'd see batters trying to play sweeps, lap sweeps and pedal sweeps more often rather than use their feet, come down the track, try to take the bowler's on. Just as I told you, the sweep comes out into play. Has he got enough on that? Yes, he will find the boundary. Angela Bandara will enter double figures with that boundary. But these are very common and shots that you see in modern day cricket.
Yeah, as we did speak during the previous over as well, where Kuldeep Yadav was bowling, it's very common to see the batters sweeping and coming down the track against spinners. If they just feel that they're unable to pick them off their arm, what they do is they probably tend to come down the track or bring out that sweep. So both these batters, they kind of finding it hard out there in the middle to pick Kuldeep Yadav. In the previous over, we did see him striking Sonal Dinusha on the pads a couple of times in the over. There you go. That turned sharply, isn't it, Kozala?
Yeah, he gives a lot of revs, isn't it? Gives a lot of spin. Gives a lot of effort. Really is one of those very hard working wrist spinners. There you go, this is what we were talking about. There you go. Look at the effort at the end, and that's what helps him get that little bit of turn at the end.
Angela Bandara just dragging himself forward just to kill that spin. Well, interesting field. Couple of close-in fielders coming in. They're going for the hunt.
Yeah, KL Rahul is a very aggressive type of a skipper. Will want to try and attack, trying to pick up wickets here. He'll be disappointed. He'll be very disappointed that he didn't put that one away. But for a moment, I feel around, but that kept it a little lower than what Angela Bandara expected.
Playing off the back foot. 5 runs coming off that over. 70 overs done. 276 for 5.
It's not him killing you. My him killing him, okay, kill Raul. Or feel like it. No earpiece.
Well, these are the upcoming fixtures of the Indian tour of Sri Lanka. The first test happening in Galle on the 15th of August. Then we come back to Colombo for the second test on the 23rd of August. So plenty of cricket due during this tour. Gautam Gambhir having a closer look at the team. Just making sure they're all set and ready for the big stage. Punch off the back foot. Lovely piece of timing. Look at that. The outfield will do the rest. 4 more runs for Sonal Dinusha.
Top quality shot. Very well done. Little margin for error there, but just look at that placement. Perfectly done. Didn't try to hit it too hard, but the placement was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, exquisite timing by Sonal Dinusha. Now, this is what we were talking about. The more time these two batters they spend out in the middle, they'll start to play their strokes. So that's when it's going to be hard for the Indian bowlers to get on to them. Slower delivery. Straight away change up by Mohammad Siraj. He's a fighter. He will keep fighting, isn't it, Kosala?
Yeah, more than a fighter, he's a very experienced campaigner. He's played cricket all around the world on different surfaces. So he knows exactly how to adapt. There you go. This is the previous delivery again. Slower delivery, but much straighter. The moment he saw that Sonal Dinusha loved that width on the offside, he adjusts his line to go more wicket to wicket.
Oh, just missed his run up there. Well, talking about Mohammad Siraj, Kosala, we never can't forget that amazing spell that he bowled against Sri Lanka during the Asia Cup finals.
Something that Sri Lanka will want to erase from their memories as a Sri Lankan. This is the previous boundary that we were talking about. There you go. That little bit of width on offer, and beautifully done by Sonal Dinusha.
Getting Sonal Dinusha onto the front foot. 30-run partnership between these two batters. They're looking very comfortable at the moment. Just trying to play through the line. Not trying anything fancy. Mohammad Siraj is into his 13th over. Would love to have a wicket under his name. Just short of a length, and Sonal Dinusha pulls it in front of square. Probably didn't time it pretty well, but the ball will still have enough legs to cross the boundary. That's a second boundary in the over for Sonal Dinusha.
Well, it stood up, isn't it, for Sonal Dinusha? It was a short delivery and just stood up in his arc and in his zone. And he says, thank you very much. And puts that away for another boundary. Second in the over. The skipper's got things moving where he's concerned. He's moved in the 20s now.
Oh, look at the response. Look at the response from Mohammad Siraj. This is what I was talking about. This is what I love about this man. He will never ever give up.
Yep. Maybe the batter might have expected something fuller after that short pitch delivery, but Siraj instead goes to bang that one in hard and try to get the lift. That was a good bouncer. That was a very good one. That one hurried on to Sanaldushi. He had to adjust on that stroke.
Yeah, really surprised him. Bending his back there. Slower delivery to end the over. 8 runs coming off that as the players will take a short drinks break. 71 overs done to 8-4 for 5.
Vertical integration, capital allocation framework.
क्या बात है?
Algorithmic demand forecasting.
नहीं, लीलवा कचोरी.
Digitally enabled, platform driven, innovative disruption.
अगर कुछ शब्द सीख लेने से बन जाता बिजनेस तो सबसे ऊपर होता तोता। यहाँ पे बातें नहीं, बिजनेस बनाना आना चाहिए। अगर आपको बिजनेस बनाना आता है तो आ जाओ।
इस बार एक आइडिया और बिजनेस का जज्बा, बस इतना ही चाहिए शार्क टैंक इंडिया की रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए।
16th August, prime time. Watch the English champions face off. The Gunners. The Citizens. Fight for glory. Fight for the season's first trophy. The FA Community Shield, Arsenal vs Manchester City, 16th August 7:30 p.m. Watch on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network. इस इंडिपेंडेंस डे जब हम तिरंगा लहराएंगे,
बड़ा मोमेंट ये भारतीय टीम के लिए। सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं इस मोमेंट को।
टीम इंडिया श्रीलंका में लड़ेगी वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप की रेस में बने रहने के लिए।
कमाल का खिलाड़ी, कमाल का बल्लेबाज।
याद रहे,
ओ यहाँ पे विकेट।
ये टफ है, ये टेस्ट है। इंडिया वर्सेस श्रीलंका 15 अगस्त से लाइव। वॉच ओनली ऑन सोनी लिव एंड सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क।
अद्भुत गुरुदेव, ये एकलव्य है और ये आपसे मिलने आया है।
गुरुदेव, आपका शिष्य बनने की अभिलाषा है।
क्या गुरु द्रोण देंगे एकलव्य को अपने गुरुकुल में स्थान? हस्तिनापुर के वीर, सोमवार से शनिवार रात 9 बजे सोनी लिव और सोनी सब पर।
On 13th August, the Kings of Europa League take on the champions of Europe. One stage, one trophy. Who will lift the season's first silverware? UEFA Super Cup, PSG versus Aston Villa, 13th August, 12:30 a.m. Watch on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
Where we're at the moment. Sri Lanka 11 having a great day with the bat. Started really well up at the top. 66-71 for the 2 openers. And a handy 30-odd for the 3 batters after them. And a decent partnership they're starting to form between Sonal Danusha, the captain, and Anjala Bandara. 13 off 34 for Anjala. He's a little bit slower, but the point at the moment is that they've gotten a decent total and they're just continuing to build on that as this day progresses. 284 for 5 at the moment. The bowling, on the other hand, the wicket part of it has been a bit of a struggle. A wicket to Jadeja, Barar and Yadav, along with Suthar. And the one additional wicket apart from that was very early on. It came in the form of a run out. They want to try and wrap this day up with a few more wickets here. The India 11. Oh, he looks a bit burnt there, doesn't he? Kuldeep Yadav, those cheeks just look like they need a bit of sunscreen there.
Yeah, it's been a hot, humid day. Very hot and humid day, yeah. He looks pretty red in his face, isn't it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what? That's going to burn when he gets back to the hotel today. He's going to think, oh my God, I should have put some sunscreen on. Day 1, 3 days, this game. Got 2 more in this hot sun. Not to forget the 2 matches of test series starting up as well.
And Gaul can be hotter. Yeah, Gaul can be hotter.
What the hottest I've felt in my 2.5, 3 weeks here in Sri Lanka at the moment has been the afternoons in Dambulla. very hot. Cools down a little bit later, but Colombo is hot.
It's a dry zone. Dambulla is the dry zone in Sri Lanka.
Is it? No rain. Oh, that is well bowled, and that is going to be yet another wicket. It is Kuldeep Yadav. He's spinning a web out there. Going back on this one. Misjudging the length, and that's going to bring upon an important wicket. Partnership broken, 6-1 gone.
Yeah. I don't think Angela Bandara read that one. You could see he was on the back foot. It hurried on to him, and I had a feeling that it really skidded on, and maybe he was looking for the leg break rather than the ugly, and that's his downfall. Sri Lanka lose their 6th. Angela Bandara gone for 13. It's 284 for 6.
13 off 35. This is some fruit. I love it. I love the size of this thing. Otherwise, sometimes we don't have the batters. Most times we don't have the batters up there. Small screen. This is gold. Partnership broken, and it's Kuldeep Yadav. He's picked up both of the wickets in this session, making up for that first session that was slightly difficult in terms of wickets. Sri Lanka 11 now into that lower order of that batting lineup. It's going to be Ramesh Mendes, 6,044 runs, a best of 300. That is an impressive record right there. And from a Sri Lanka 11 perspective, there will be comfort in knowing that there is experience out there in the middle despite that wicket.
Yeah, to have a batter coming in at number 6 with 300 under his belt, that speaks very impressive, isn't it? He's been in and out of the Sri Lanka national side. We want to make a strong claim to try and get back in that.
Pressure on in the field now at the moment. Couple of close-in catchers. Manages to get bat on this and keep it out.
You see, this is the fall of that wicket. When he hurried on to him, he just skidded on. And he was deceived for, I think, the pace that Kuldeep Yadav bowled that one.
He's been effective, and he's been good because of those variations. The odd one's the wrong end. That other one, the one that just picked up the wicket, went straight on. And if you're not reading it out of the hand, which can be difficult with Kuldeep Yadav, you're going to struggle. You cannot play late off the surface. That's going to help getting a big stride in.
Yeah, but this will also give the opportunity for Kuldeep Yadav, because the moment he knows that he's on top, he'll bring that pressure in. India will look to try and wrap things up, maybe look for another quick wicket here.
That's the conventional delivery, coming in quite sharply as well, and just dug out for a quick single. Actually, no, single not taken. Keeping a little low, quick as well through that. And just rushes onto the batter. In the gap. And it's going to take some chasing, and that's not going to happen. It is going to make it to the boundary. He will get off the mark this time with a boundary. That's going to wrap up the 72nd over. It's 288 for 6. It's hard like that, because then you almost have to be on one side to keep it up.
Yeah, like it was on the chair, then when he.
Oh no.
Recently, when I was coming from Dubai.
Change bowler, right arm round.
Jake, what's his last name? Saransh back in the attack. Just the 6 overs so far in the game. 28 runs coming off those 6 overs. Not as economical as he would have liked in this format, but it is thanks to the conditions that were very batting friendly earlier in the day. We're just starting to see a little bit of that changing now as we're into the final session. That's a big shout into the pads, and the umpire says, nope, sorry. Oh, we'll just wait to see if there is going to be a leg by signaled here. No leg by, so managed to get some bat on that.
Yep. That's right. It was a very loud shout. Let's take a look at it again. Yeah, off the bat. Maybe the glove. Yeah.
Good way to start when you can get a loud appeal in off the first delivery. Just rattles the batter a little bit. Wristy, but won't beat the fielder in the leg.
Well, Jen, he's in the side for his off spin, but he doesn't. This is the boundary, the last ball of the previous over. Ramesh Mendes getting enough room to rock back on the back foot. We'll pick up a quick single. But coming back to Jain, he's in for his off spin, but he doesn't seem to be the real conventional type of off spinner with that real off spinner's action, because he's got a different type of off spinner's action.
We should start to see a lot of unorthodox bowlers over time, isn't it? Especially over the last few years. Slow this time through the air, not afraid to give it a bit of flight as well. You've got to find a way to survive in the game, the bowlers. Swept. And this time it's going to race away to the boundary for 4. This is well placed, and this is good control from Sonal.
He loves to play that shot. He's very good on the sweep. And very well executed once again. This is what he was trying in the first ball of the over, but this time timed it perfectly. Waited to the last minute and played it very square.
Yeah, didn't really hit it either, did he? Didn't overhit it. He just sort of helped it along the way. Guided it. Aerial this time. And he is going to go all the way with it as well. That's going to dent the over. 10 runs coming off the last 2 deliveries. 300 up as well. And that's going to be the end of the 73rd. This unit seems to, they're going to struggle in Sri Lanka. Yeah.
So they'll play Jadeja and Kuldeep.
And we haven't seen the batting yet, so.
Yeah, but Sri Lanka doesn't have left-handers in the middle except for this guy, right? Yes.
Sri Lanka misses, apart from that, I find the fact that they're not mentally able to close games is probably a bigger problem. Because they've got talent, we've seen talent, but. Expensive last over. I'm going to bring up the 300 as well with that maximum. 300 for 6 on the cards. And they will look back and think it's been a decent batting day.
Well, this is modern day cricket, isn't it? You get 300 runs on a day one in a 3-day game, which you might have not seen maybe 15, 20 years back. Yeah. And we are not even, it's just 72. Now, this is the 6 that came off the last ball. This time it was a slog sweep and he played it in front. He picked it up much earlier than the previous delivery. And that hand-eye coordination was fantastic.
Just nudged into the leg side. And again, no leg by signal, so managed to get a bit of bat on it.
And Sonal's been able to get better glove on it, isn't it? So every time there's been a appeal, so he's been ahead of the bowler. Trying to take a look at that again. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. That,
watchful, but good awareness this. Quick single picked up. And disappointing, because as a bowler, you want to try and work on the same batter for few deliveries. And when you leak singles like that, that pressure all of a sudden just doesn't quite come on.
And also when you're trying to bowl at a new batter,
down the track this time. Sonal, he's just starting to look more and more comfortable, isn't he?
yeah, that's what Kuldeep was disappointed when that run was given away, because Sonal looks the most set batter at the moment. And now he's got 32 of 38. He's getting into the act. He's a bit of an aggressor.
Again in control. There is a fielder in the deep, but just the fact that he's hit it as well as he has and he's waited for it just shows the amount of control that he's now out in the middle.
Well, if you really watch the way Sonal's been sweeping, he's picked the correct length of the delivery. Sometimes he plays it in front of the wicket and sometimes he plays it very late. So he's got a good measure of the speeds that have been delivered by the spinners. Take a look at this again. There you go. This was slower and he waited on it.
That's going to be a dot to round off the over. 304 for 6.
Take my break. I will.
I'm on a double shift.
I can see that. I can see. In case I need to leave for my last stint, I might need someone to step in. Because the last stint is mine, but I've got to run to the hotel quickly, freshen up, and then run to LPO. Yeah.
So I think once you finish this group, there's...
You have the jack? It's a jack?
No, I don't have.
I don't have the jack. I have my jack.
You can use this, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty relaxed dugout. Ravindra Jadeja getting a bit of a breather in. Saransh back into the attack. An expensive last over from him. Gone for 41 runs in his 7.1 overs. Just bringing the fielder at cover back in.
Now there'll be a concerning factor where the Indians are concerned, because Hans Jain is the off spinner that's come on tour. There's no Washington Sundar in this side. Yeah. So he will really have to up his game if he wants to make it to that final 11. So India will think of whether they want to go with two left-armers or whether they want to go with the off spinner. Sri Lanka doesn't have many left-handers in the middle order.
It's a lot of pressure on a young player too, isn't it? You've been given the chance, you want to perform. You've got to be able to do it under pressure.
It's a modern day game, isn't it? Like, say, you need to build up and manage your pressure.
This is where I feel that the BCCI has actually done very well over the years, especially of late, where you've seen players that are coming through the system that are more free, they're more expressive, and partly because they've been allowed to be more expressive, they've been allowed to feel that safety aspect. And I mean that purely from a psychological point of view. It's not, you don't perform in a game or two as they pick up 2 runs. It's not, you don't perform in a game or two and you're going to risk being dropped. They do give you your time, but they've also created this mindset through the system where the players are allowed to be expressive and to just be themselves.
This time, a lot of effort on the shot, but just a single. That will mark the end of the 75th of the SLC 11 innings. It's 3:08 for 6.
Sorry, I'm yawning. Could I please have a Kleenex? Yeah, that. That is a Flora, not a Kleenex. We call it Kleenex because it's the most popular brand, and everyone just said, "Could I have a Kleenex, please?" Not a Kleenex.
They have shuffled their players well. The India 11 given plenty of rest as well, a respite from the hot sun and the humid conditions. It's always great to see a crowd as well, and it's never a surprise when India is involved. There will always be a crowd. Mind you, I've seen a lot of support in the stands over my last 3 weeks here at the LPL, seeing the crowds come in and supporting the Sri Lankan players with the band as well. Papri band, is that what it's called?
I was just going to ask you whether you know the name that you call that band. It's called the Papre band, yeah? Where you get the trumpets and the drums. I'm telling you, it's not an easy art to master. It's not easy to blow those trumpets.
Well, you make it seem like I've just shown up here. I've done my research and I've experienced some of these things. I've experienced the crowds, the music, the trumpet, the trombone, the drums. There's a bit of everything in there. None of that in this crowd here, though. Looks to sweep again, and it's starting to become his go-to shot, Sonal.
And you can see that straight away. Now you've got to field a place for that at deep mid wicket. There you go once again. This time again, playing in front. So now India might be feeling that Sonal Dinusha mistimes one of those sweeps because they got protection down there.
Outside edge this time. Just looking at the batting card and the number of batters who've gotten starts, 2 of them have gone on to convert it over that half-century mark, and then plenty of 30s in that batting lineup as well. No bans there. What's happening? Where are they?
I'm sure that they will come for the test matches.
It is a big thing, isn't it, with the test match and the bands? But I'll tell you, the disappointment for me there is not even the music. It's the fact there's no Sri Lankan flag there in the crowd. Where is it? Where's that Sri Lankan flag? Yes, no, and finally through for a single. No real urgency in the field.
I'll tell you what, you should be in Sri Lanka during the month of March. It's called the March Madness, where you have all the school cricket matches happening, and that's the time you see most of the bands playing. It's more music than cricket.
It is a pretty lively sort of atmosphere, isn't it? Overall. Keeping it nice and wide, and that's going to round off yet another one. It's 3:11 for 6.
I know he told me that. Well, I'm going to bring that up actually. I'm going to bring it back next time. No, this works so well. Do not touch this one. This is the one that's working perfectly well. You can do whatever you want for tomorrow. For today, you should work on your glasses.
Smiles on their faces. Good day out at cricket. And yeah, I will agree with you. There is a lot of liveliness to Sri Lanka and its people. You're a DJ. So trumpet by day, some DJing by night.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 35 years. And it's a long time.
Well, I won't tell you how old I am because that might make you feel a little older. Looking to work that into the leg side. Can't quite find the gap. Mendes looks more comfortable than he did when he'd walked out in the middle earlier. Will get it in the gap this time, though, for a quick single.
I think he looks more comfortable playing Sarnaaz Jain rather than Kuldeep Yadav because it's spinning into him and he's able to read him because where Kuldeep is concerned, I think he's trying to pick him off the surface. He's not picking him off the hand, and that's why he's finding it a little bit difficult.
Tossed up delivery, and this is really well bowled. Just misses the outside edge.
Something we've not seen much, isn't it? That one spun. And I thought there was a little bit bounce on that as well. And Sanal Dunisha was definitely beaten.
It's also the way he released it. He does have a bit of a height to him, and he's just got a little bit taller on that. There, again, very similar delivery, getting really high on that release. And it's just allowing for that dip. It's also allowing for that extra bit of bounce.
Yeah, you can see that he's putting a lot of effort into it. Now, if you just look at the release there you go. That last minute effort is what is helping him get that purchase off the surface.
Straighter this time and onto the middle of the bat. Now, this could get interesting. New ball due in 3 overs. 3-12 for 6. Sorry, I just realized that. Looked at that. It's good. Yeah, it looks good. We're just fixing his hair. I'm like. I'm going to be exhausted by the time I get home. Just when we're starting to see a bit of turn, this ball is getting a little bit older. Kuldeep Yadav back into the action. So you're going to take the new ball?
I think they will. Because they might want to see how their pace bowlers do adapt in conditions like this. Yeah, but that one turn. And also the fact is, now that the spinners are really picking things up, as you said, whether they will want to take it or not.
Yeah, that will be the question, because just as you've seen right there, that's the amount of turn that they're generating now, especially Kuldeep Yadav, sharp grip and turn off the surface. Might just want to use this for a little bit longer. A little too straight. Onto the pads. A simple single there.
Well, SSC 11 will be happy. They got 313, but they lost 6 wickets. The more concerning factor would be to find out whether their middle order has really done justice to try and get a selection into that national side from any of these players. But Sanal Dunisha, skipper, holding it out there.
Tossed up this time. And again, he goes to his signature shot. Swept. Happy to just be content with the single, but what they're doing well is they're rotating decently well, these two.
Yeah, that's his pet shot, isn't it? He loves to play the sweep. This partnership's 30 now.
Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm harping on about this, but I'm really worried about Kuldeep Yadav because that is a sunburn. That is a serious sunburn. He's going to need some aloe vera or something when he gets back to the hotel. He's got pink. He's got Yeah, cherry tomato red there. Any longer out there, and he's going to match the color of the ball.
Maybe he's forgotten his sunscreen. Maybe they left it at home. Yeah. Here it's really turned red, isn't it?
Driven straight to the fielder. Bounces just short as well. That's going to wrap up 78. 314 for 6. Are we done? Am I done? Am I done for the day? No, I'm not done for the day. Do you think they're going to finish 12 overs in half an hour?
Is it regular? Put it here. This one. Wait.
Unless it's spinners.
This one? Yeah. No.
314 runs on the board for Sri Lanka 11. Look at those young kids enjoying themselves in a beautiful evening here in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Well, the kids, they're surely enjoying themselves. Probably after school. On their way home, maybe just wanted to quickly jump in. Saransh will continue. He's into his 10th over. 45 runs conceded so far in his 9 overs. Well, he continues to sweep Sonal Dinusha. He has been doing it all afternoon here at the NCC, as I say. A very good evening to Rajiv Veerasinghe.
Good evening, Iran. Good evening, everyone. So, last passage, the last maybe 11 overs remaining in day 1. But the new ball is due. Once they complete 80 overs, approximately 11 balls remaining. So Saransh Jain has bowled quite a few good balls in the previous over, which spun sharply. And that is where he should be very much comfortable bowling at, especially the left-handed batters. Because Sonal Dinusha loves to sweep. See, once you create that doubt on the batter after bowling those 2 balls which spun sharp, that will create a little bit of doubt, isn't it, when you're playing that sweep shot. There were a few occasions around that the batter's going and opting to go for that sweep shot and getting out. And Wickramasinghe. Yeah, these are the 2 sweep shots we were talking about, and Sonal Dinusha playing alongside nicely. There you see, head on the ball, picking it outside the off stump.
Yeah, we did notice that Sonal Dinusha was not very comfortable against the spinners, even against Kuldeep Yadav. He was trying to dance down the track. He bowled that sweep out. But that's a good tactic. If you're finding it hard, just try and do it as we speak. That's a lovely punch from Ramesh Mendis. Just stopped inside the boundary. They'll come back for a 3rd run. That completes over number 79. 320 for 6. Looks like we are going to have a check for the boundary. Runs given, 79 overs done, 320 for 6. Kuldeep Yadav, he will continue. Look at his cheeks. Monali did speak about it though. Oh, sharp turn. That is very interesting. He has been the pick of the bowlers, managing to grab 2 wickets for 67 runs into his 17th over.
Bulk of the bowling has been done by Kuldeep Yadav. See, I like this length and line, and he's bowling over the wicket, bringing in that ball sharply to the right-handed batter. And he needs to be very careful of the wrong one. There's the bowling coach. I'll be morning Mockles. Captain is out there, the wicket keeper. That's a proper meeting going on out there.
And he continues. He will continue to bring the broom out. He's happy with that. He looks quite comfortable sweeping the spinners. Well, Kuldeep Yadav probably might be having other thoughts against this. He needs to figure out a way how he's going to bring this down. Just make sure that Sonal Dinusha doesn't sweep him more. 39 for Sonal Dinusha, but Ramesh Mendes on the other hand is no mark with the bat. He's a proper handy batter who could bat down the order. Nice little partnership. 38 runs, a quicker one.
Yeah, that's the wrong one run I was talking about. So he's bowling round the wicket. The right-hander, he should be very careful, Ramesh Mendes, when he's going on the back foot. He turns sharply. And that wrong one, yes, I think the umpire is calling him to move. You're covering. You're going into the danger area, maybe.
Looking for an expensive shot. Well, as we speak through this over, Rajiva, the new ball will be due in two deliveries. So do you think that the Indians might opt to go for the new ball or just continue with the spinners?
Well, I reckon they will take the new ball. Give the opportunity to maybe Brar come into the attack. Oh, Siraj. See, this is the sharp turn. This is what I'm talking about. He's creating a lot of doubt to the batter. Especially coming round the wicket. Kuldeep Yadav, he's been outstanding. He's been good.
Well, that was a very, very risky attempt by Ramesh Mendes. Exposing all 3 stumps could have been very, very risky. Inside edge. He was very lucky that he did not chop it on. Yeah, that would be ideal. 80 overs done. 322 for 6.
They're not taking it yet. After 80 overs, they will continue with the spinners. Maybe this will be an opportunity also for Sharan Jain. He's expensive to settle him down, bowl a bit more dot balls. The opportunity is given. Maybe he will get 5 overs from one end because the seamers have bowled a lot in this heaty weather.
Well, there you go, Ravindra Jadeja having a serious conversation probably with Gautam Gambhir. Probably discussing how he needs to spin the ball at the goal surface.
Since lately, it has been very batting friendly. Hardly the ball was turning inside the first 3 days or 4 days. So that good is as golf surface has been in the recent past. Oh, misfail. The batter steals a single on that occasion.
It has been a very long day for the Indians, isn't it? Take a look at that. Wrist work by Ramesh Mendis. Jaiswal probably a little bit lazy. Been out there for 80 overs. Energy draining down a little bit. They're almost getting down to the evening session. Close to end of the day. Just trying to relax maybe a little bit, Rajiv.
Yeah, maybe they're waiting until the day finishes to get into that ice bath. For sure, it's very warm and humid. That's where you get some relief. The ice bath is definitely, I'm pretty sure, especially the fast bowlers will dig into it.
Very watchful Ramesh Mendis. He's happy to just see off Sarunesh probably. 20 of 38. And the conversation continues. There you go. Oh, that's interesting. Mone Mokal is trying to do a little bit of leg break over there. Oh. Keeping low a little bit. 81 overs done. 325 for 6. Well, back in the day, what a dangerous bowler he was with the new ball in hand, Rajiva. He would steam in and just take the batters off with his height, just banging it hard. And now, he's probably having a chit-chat there. We did see him doing a little bit of leg break. Maybe lately trying to spin the ball in the nets.
So Kuldeep will continue to bowl his 18th over. I reckon he has been given the liberty of bowling long overs to settle down on surfaces like this. And yeah, bowling 18 overs in this heaty weather on day one. See, like Monali mentioned, the cheeks are getting red and redder.
Well, if you look at Kuldeep Yadav, his face is crying. It's sweat all over. He's absolutely struggling. I agree with Monali Patel. His face is turning into the color of the ball. I feel for him, Rajiva. He's really feeling the heat out there.
Yeah, the wrong one. Well bowled. So when you have a wrist spinner in your lineup, see, it creates a lot of doubt. See, that's the wrong one, inside edge. Almost going in between the bat and pad. Lucky for Sonal Dinushi, got some bat on it.
And he brings out the sweep again. Easily rotates the strike for a single. Well, a decent little partnership. 42 runs of 63 deliveries between these two batters.
Yeah, he's on 42. I reckon he has scored at least 30 runs off that sweep shot for sure. If there's a wagon wheel, I reckon maybe 80% of the runs have been from that sweep shot. But going aerial there, over the bowler's head. Struck firmly. First 6 for Ramesh Mendis today.
Yeah, what a glorious stroke that was. That was tossed up by Kuldeep Yadav, giving it a little bit of air. And Ramesh Mendis, once he saw it underneath his eye line, look at that, dragging it from outside the off stump and going downtown. Long levers, clears the boundary quite comfortably.
Well, he's known for big shots. He can play those shots as well. Ramesh Mendis. Don't forget, he has a 300 triple century. First class, in first class cricket. Oh, good delivery. Poof, the turn. On a dead track like this, has been very much in for batters. 82 done, 332 for 6.
.332 for 6, and looks like the Indian skipper has decided to get the new cherry. Look at that new cherry. Umpire just showing it and confirming that the Indians will be taking the second new ball. Now this is going to be interesting. Sonal Dinusha, he was playing the spinners quite comfortably, bringing out the spin. Ramesh Mendis showing some aggressive intent in the previous over as well.
Yeah, 8 overs remaining, so might as well take it. Maybe get a breakthrough. Current partnership, 48 runs. They're settling in, these two batters. So I think, out of the seamers, Brar has bowled 9 overs. Those are the spells. First spell, yes, he has been among the runs, but the second spell, he has been outstanding. 5 overs, 16 for 1. And he'll be having an eye on Gurnur Brar, because he's a similar kind of a bowler. Moni Mokal, the fast bowling coach of India team, with the height, lot to take, lot to learn for Gurnur Brar from Moni Mokal as well. So he's been given the opportunity with the second new ball.
Couple of slips and a gully in place. Oh, straight away, steaming pace. Just got the line a little bit away from the leg stump. That was very close if it was in line with the stumps.
A swing off the air. There you see. Oh, lovely shape coming in. If it was a right hand, ideally, because it would have been a very good delivery. Struck outside the line there. So, testing moments for Sonal Dinusha with his height. He was really in trouble when he was bowling those short deliveries earlier.
Well, I'm not sure if he got it off the middle of the bat, trying to go down the ground probably. There you go. Just imitating that shot. Trying to show what he was trying to do there. Gurnur, he needs to use his height and the new cherry, especially against these two batters, and he would definitely love to have Ramesh Mendis on strike. Oh, miswheel. That is disappointing. That is absolutely disappointing. Sonal Dinusha will collect 4 more runs.
Easing off the pressure which was created and built by the bowler. Should have been a dot ball. Yes, indeed. Back at the length. Punched hard through that car point area. Yes. The misfield gets a boundary. He's not happy, though he's smiling. Well, with the field set up right now, Brar more often loves to bring that ball in. 2 fielders on the leg side in catching. Short mid-wicket and a short square with a slip and the third slip maybe. And he bowls a short delivery, maybe to surprise the lengths. Doubt on the batter. 4-5 field. A mid-on. So 50 runs stand with that boundary with the misfield. 3 boundaries and 2 sixes. It has come in maybe pretty good time with just 69 deliveries, 26 from each batter. The contribution on this partnership run. So settling in, isn't it? Both batters. Sonal is on 46 now.
Beautiful through the covers, but valiant effort, brilliantly done. That was 4 runs written all over it, but valiant effort. We'll just cut it down for 1 run.
Yeah, good stop from Star. Driven nicely. He had to cover a few yards and dive onto the right. It's a great stop. Like you mentioned, definitely would have been a boundary. Saved a few runs for sure there. Manav Sutar.
Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Kurnow straight away going up, appealing for a wicket. 83 was done, 337 for 6. Well, that's interesting. Jadeja. A while ago, he was having a serious conversation with Gautam Gambhir. He's coming into his 3rd spell. Second spell, 7 overs, 19 runs. Managed to grab that important wicket. But more importantly, look at the economy rate in the 2nd spell. He really contained the number of runs that were given, and that really created that pressure where he managed to grab that wicket. Oh, straight away a no ball called by the umpire.
Well, he was not in the field all this time. Suddenly he rushed to bowl a few overs and then pushing a little too hard or overstepped. He was very much comfortable out there in the dugout, or the pavilion rather. Yeah, that's the no ball.
Ramesh Mendes, he decides to try and take on Ravindra Jadeja, but straight away spills it probably. Let's take a quicker look at that again. Trying to flat bat it downtown, dragging it from outside the off stump. Shot again, but this time he hammers it through the offside. There is a protection at deep cover. We'll take a look at that again.
Yeah, flat batted shot. Is that a catch being dropped? Yes, indeed, of course. Oh, taking the eyes off the ball.
Brar, that was a catching practice. Oh, smart. Very smart by Ravindra Jadeja. Now, this is what experience could do.
Yeah, clever stuff for sure. Jadeja played a lot of cricket. See, he saw the batter coming down. So now with that single, 49 now. Healthy strike rate, isn't it? Just 64 balls. Well, Nishan Madhuska going into that half century with a 6 on a runner ball. Cut away once again. That should be a boundary. Yes, indeed. Nice timing. Well placed. Ramesh Mendes is striking it nicely today.
Well, Ravindra Jadeja probably losing the grip a little bit. He's just walked out. The first over, no ball, now a short ball outside the off stump. Ramesh Mendis rocks onto the back foot. He just needed to get past that inner circle. Pretty fast outfield here at the NCC grounds. 84 was done. 3-4-5 for 6. Well, those are the partnerships. 110-run partnership for the opening wicket by the two opening batters, then a 61-run partnership. But if you go through that partnership card, every batter contributing. Oh, beauty. That really took off the surface. That's a brilliant delivery by Gurner.
Well, I'll tell you, Gurnoor Bar, he's one of the young superstars, young seamers I've seen coming up for India. And despite the numbers doesn't say much, but he has bowled in very good areas, hitting the deck hard, bending the back to bowl those quicker ones, the bouncers. So that's the 50 for Sonal Dinusha, the skipper of SLC 11. A great knock coming into this game, but I'll tell you, he'll play that sweep shot well today to get into the half century in just 66 balls.
A classy knock by a classy player, I would call it. He spent the time out there in the middle. Really did not try anything fancy. He just trusted in himself, especially in that sweep shot. 5 boundaries and a 6. Just a 66 deliveries. Now that tells you a story, how busy a player he is out there. You wouldn't really know how he would get to those runs.
Yeah, his strike rate is 70.76.
Ramesh Mendis, on the other hand, as well, he has been supporting well. 31 runs of 47 deliveries. It's just closing in. Well, if you're just joining us, Sri Lanka 11 winning the toss, deciding to bat first in this 3-day warm-up game. And the two opening batters getting off to a promising start. But unfortunately, that run out really costing them at the top of the order. Rajiv, if you take a look at the Sri Lankan batters, everyone getting off to a start, including this man, but the important fact is that he has converted it into a half century, applauded by his teammates as well. But he needs to continue. He needs to try and convert it to a big one, maybe, if they are trying to continue. Short delivery. Controlled it, just made sure that he keeps it on ground. Well, looks like he got a little bit of beating on the helmet as well. As per the protocols, you need to have a concussion test.
Yeah, definitely. In the modern day, there you see the physio coming in. Oh, he's checking the vision of...
Rajav used to play a lot of cricket during the recent days. Like, do you count 10, 9, 8, 7, or you go Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday?
Well, I'll go with the numbers for sure. Yeah, the short ball. Yeah, that, like I mentioned, Gurnoor Brar has been outstanding with the short ball. He gets that bounce with his height there. He struck right off the middle of that helmet, Sonal Dinusha. Oh, on the visor. came really quick at him. He has created a lot of doubt, isn't it, Brar? Hitting those short deliveries especially. So good knock so far from Sonal Dinusha. 50 coming in style. 1-6 and 5 boundaries. The skipper of SLC 11. Prior to his proceedings out here in the middle, he was knocking the bat. So this is what he was doing, those drills. And now he's been rewarded well, isn't it, with this half century.
Oh, pinch of a delivery. Probably losing concentration a little bit, Sonal Dinusha. 85 overs done, 3-4-7 for 6.
Is there any change coming in? Because no one is there. Kosala is there? Or any one of us changing with Kosala? Or
Ravindra Jadeja will continue. Oh, chance and straight into the basket. Quick reflections from the first slip fielder. A brilliant take by Devdutt Padikkal and Ramesh Mendis. Well, are they just checking it? Probably, maybe Ramesh Mendis just holding off a little bit. Just trying to check the front foot. Yeah, looks like that's good enough, is it? Well, there you go. Third umpire confirming that it's a foul delivery, and Ramesh Mendis, he will have to make that long walk back. Well, I would say a good hand with the bat. 32 of 49, Sri Lanka 11, 347 for 7.
Kesara Duanta, new batter walking in, more known for his off spinners. A youngster, given the opportunity, he played in the A team, India A. So this is the wicket. Good hands. He has to bend down to grab it, but he went with both hands. Tall guy. Padikkal, oh, misses the keeper. That'll be 4 byes.
Well, Ravindra Jadeja, that's a surprising delivery, isn't it? After grabbing a wicket, sprays one down the leg side. Oh, how disappointing that was. 4 free runs. There you go. That's his strength. Ball in line with the stumps. We're edging closer towards the end of the day. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Once again, hurried on.
Yeah, especially with the new ball, isn't it? It's coming onto the bat a little quicker. Keshara Nuanta trying to go for a similar shot, just like Ramesh did. He should be very careful against Jadeja, because he skidded through. So good over. A wicket taking one for Jadeja. 86 done, 351 for 7.
Well, the conversation continues. The skipper alongside Mone Mokal. Probably just the 4 overs to complete day 1. The two batters would love to see off these last 4 overs. On the other hand, India would definitely try to grab these 3 wickets.
Yeah, 351 for 7. SS11 might feel that they've done well today, but both teams will have mixed feelings going into the end of the day. 7 wickets for the Indian side, 350 runs for Sri Lanka, but Sonal Dunisha, he'll be quite relieved to see that half century under his name. Gurnur Brar.
Well, Kesara is yet to get off the mark. He has faced the 5 deliveries. Happy to leave it outside the off stump. Probably that's what he should be doing with 3.3 overs remaining for the day. Should be trying to throw away his wicket at this stage, Kosala.
Yep, 352 for 7. 3.3 overs remaining in the day. It's been a decent over rate by the Indians as well, despite having fast bowlers bowling. The new ball has been taken. So this is a man, Kesara, that the selectors will be having eyes on. He's one of those off spinners in the side. So this is how Sonal Dinusha, the SS11 skipper, went about his half century. He was not afraid to play the pull shot. His favourable shot was the sweep, the slog sweep, and the conventional sweep. And that is a well-earned half century for Sonal.
Yeah, what an inning it has been by this young man. Great temperament, great character, a classy player. Beauty, pinch of a delivery by Gunur. Lovely, took off the surface, beats the outside edge. Would have definitely loved to have another one.
Yeah, let's take a look at this again. What a delivery. What a delivery. What a beauty. What a beauty.
Well, that missed the outside edge as well as the off stump. Pinch of a delivery. He's enjoying his second spell here. In fact, the third spell here. Go short. Well, when you have the tail-end batters in, you could expect this. 87 overs done. 352 for 7.
Well, the Indian think tank, they will now feeling how they would want the combinations coming into the test matches. Whether they go with the two spin, who are the two spinners that they would want to go in? Whether we go with two pace. So these are little things that they're maybe calculating right now at the moment. So Manav Sutar, I thought he bowled pretty well. Look at those two economies. He's been the best.
Yeah, he has been very economical. He managed to grab that important wicket in his second spell. And Sonal Dinosha, he will just continue to do what he has been doing so far. Especially in these subcontinental conditions, you tend to see plenty of batters. They get this sweep out just to try and kill the spin of the spinners, and also if you're not sure, to pick the bowler off their arm, especially against the leg break bowlers. KSR has been very watchful. It's going to be very interesting with 4 more deliveries left. I was surprised a little bit though that Sonal did decide to take that single off the very first delivery.
So this is the wicket that Sudha took, that of Ravindu Rashanta. Was trying to go over the top, trying to clear the boundary, but only holding up in the deep. Oh, that's very close, and up goes the finger. Second wicket for Sutar, and that's a big one. The skipper, his main shot was a sweep where he got runs, and he departs by playing the same.
Yeah, disappointing for Sonal Dinosha, but what a delivery. Just making sure that he kept it in line with the stumps, and he was plumbed. He was out all 7 days of the week. That was hitting the middle of the middle. A timely wicket for the Indians as we are just closing in for day number 1 as Sonal Dinosha departs for 52. As this 11, 3, 5, 4 for 8. The new man walks out to the middle. Dilum Sudhira. Oh, that one came in towards the right-hand batter, straight on by Sudhar. Interesting for the new man.
Well, it looked to me like a Wasim Akram in swinger.
Now look at that. That just moved in the air. That surprised the batter, but very well negotiated. An eventful over comes to an end. 88 overs done, 354 for 8.
Jadeja switches ends. He bowled from the other end. India might feel that if they can grab these remaining 2 wickets before the close, They've got 11 balls to do that.
Oh, short and places it beautiful. 4 runs for Kesara through deep fine leg. That was not the kind of delivery that you need to be bowling at a tail end.
There you go. Short down the leg side, and Kesara making maximum use of that one.
Yeah, that was a quicker one. Hurried on to the batter. 9 deliveries left. There you go. Straight in line with the stumps.
One thing I'll tell you, Ravindra Jadeja, he just gets his overs very quickly. But he's been on the expensive side. He's picked up 2 wickets.
A lovely piece of timing through extra cover. That looked really elegant from Kesara. Jadeja wouldn't enjoy that though, but 4 important runs for Kesara.
Tossed up delivery, but very well executed by Kesara. So 2 boundaries in this over for him.
89 overs done. 362 for 8. Right then, we are into the final over of day 1. Sitar will continue. He would definitely love to have another wicket or 2. He's already managed to grab 2 for 32. That's Dulim Sudhira for you. Oh, Dilum pulling off at the very last minute.
This is interesting. What did he do? He was so sure that was not going to hit the stumps.
Yeah, he pulled off at the very last minute. I believe the ball had delivered it out of his hand as well. 4 more deliveries left. Can Dilum Sudhira survive? Short this time. Oh. Quick work by the batters. Quick single. A risky one though.
Yeah, Dilum Sudhira would be very pleased to get off strike. Good pick up and throw. Oh, a good throw might have had Kesara. Manav Sutar, he's been very economical. 2 for 33 in his 13th over. Last 2 balls of the game. So let's see what Sutar can do. Oh, there you go. That's that seam up delivery that he bowls. And he's got 1 more. What's he going to do? Iran.
Well, full fast. Straight. In line with the stumps, probably. That's what I believe he tried. Unfortunately, throwing it outside the off stump. He wasted it, I believe. Right then. The fielders coming in. There you go. Circle around the bat. Well, that was an opening batter's defense. That completes over number 90. And we are done with day 1 here at the NCC grounds. It's a 3-day warm-up game between SLC 11 and India. And what a day it has been, a long day, a beautiful day for cricket. plenty of runs. 8 wickets going down in Sri Lanka's innings. But I believe, end of the day, Sri Lankans might be feeling happy about their performance. But India, on the other hand, would be definitely happy, especially after that great opening partnership. The fourth session, India managing to grab 4 wickets for 117 runs. I would call it the most successful session of all three for India.
Here you go. That's the Indian coach, Gautam Gambhir. He looks a very happy man. Yep. Yeah, he might be quite a relief man because he picked up 8 wickets rather. Well, this is the Sri Lankan batting card. 66 and 71 for the openers at the top. 3 batters getting into the 30s, Surya Bandara, Ratnak and Vikrama Singha. And then a half century from the skipper. Much was expected from Anjula Bandara, but he departed quite early. And Ramesh Mendis chipping in with another 30 to take the SS 11 to 363 for 8.
Well, that's the bowling summary for you. I was very much disappointed about Mohammad Siraj though, but the standout, Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav and Manoj Sultan managing to grab 2 wickets. Well, look at the fall of the wickets, the opening partnership on that 10 runs and 61 for the second, and then few partnerships chipping in.
Well, this is how the game went about. First ball went for a boundary. The morning, and then the highlights of the third session, in fact, where Sunal Dinesh dominated with his half century. And just kept on picking up those boundaries. And that is the departure of Anjula Bandara. Kuldeep Yadav. Then Ramesh Mendis chipped in with a very useful knock of 30. Joined the skipper. Take them to a decent total to that mark of 350. Ramesh Mendis a little bit severe. A lot of things. Sunal Dinesh was very good. And this is how Sunal Dinesh departed when he was out to trying to play his pet shot, and Sri Lanka ended up with a total of 363 for 8. So we'll be back tomorrow at 9:50 local time. So till then, it's a pleasant good evening for you from the NCC.
हर ट्रॉफी एक कहानी बताती है, पर ड्यूरैंड कप खुद एक कहानी है। कहानी जुनून की, गर्व की, हौसले की, और उन चैंपियंस की जिन्होंने फुटबॉल को एक नई पहचान दी। और इस बार बारी है एक नई कहानी की, कहानी नए हीरोज की, नए चैंपियंस की। ड्यूरैंड कप, ये है देश का कप। Many champions, one legacy. Indian Oil Durand Cup, powered by State Bank of India and Coal India Limited.
Indian Oil Durand Cup 2026, 25th July to 23rd August. Watch only on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network.
अद्भुत। गुरुदेव, ये एकलव्य है और ये आपसे मिलने आया है।
गुरुदेव, आपका शिष्य बनने की अभिलाषा है।
क्या गुरु द्रोण देंगे एकलव्य को अपने गुरुकुल में स्थान? हस्तिनापुर के वीर सोमवार से शनिवार रात 9 बजे सोनी लिव और सोनी सब पर।
16th August, prime time. Watch the English champions face off. The Gunners. The Citizens. Fight for glory. Fight for the season's first trophy. The FA Community Shield. Arsenal vs Manchester City. 16th August, 7:30 p.m. Watch on Sony Live and Sony Sports Network. इस इंडिपेंडेंस डे जब हम तिरंगा लहराएंगे,
बड़ा मोमेंट ये भारतीय टीम के लिए। सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं इस मोमेंट को।
टीम इंडिया श्रीलंका में लड़ेगी वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप की रेस में बने रहने के लिए।
कमाल का खिलाड़ी, कमाल का बल्लेबाज।
याद रहे,
ओ यहाँ पे विकेट।
ये टफ है, ये टेस्ट है। इंडिया वर्सेस श्रीलंका 15 अगस्त से लाइव। वॉच ओनली ऑन सोनी लिव एंड सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क।